Hey guys, if you're a high school student taking the AP CSA course, or you want to take this course in the future, I will be going over each chapter in a mini crash course series. So make sure to subscribe to our channel and make sure to check out our website as well. Link will be in the description. Our website has PDF guides and learning material for many other high school courses, so please check it out. So the AP CSA course or the exam is a 3-hour long exam and there are no calculators allowed. There's 2 sections. So the first section is the multiple choice exam and you have 90 minutes to work on this section. There are 40 questions, so approximately you have 2 minutes on each question. The questions vary, but College Board has provided the percentage of each chapter in the curriculum that might be on the multiple choice part of the exam. The second section is the free response questions, and you have 90 minutes to work on this section, and there are 4 questions. Usually, the topics the free response covers are list manipulation using arrays and/or array lists, string manipulation, 2-dimensional arrays, classes and subclasses. And specifically, questions could be like, write the program for a method, or write a constructor, or write a complete class or subclass, or write a method related to arrays, 2D arrays, or array lists. I will go more in depth with the exam later in the series, but I want to give you guys a roadmap of what the exam is like. Chapter 1, Primitive Types. So Java is an object-oriented language, and what that means is basically you could create objects. We'll go over the specifics later, but all you need to know is that every program in Java has a class or is a class, and inside a class, there could be a main method that starts the program. When you ask the Java runtime to run a class, it will always start the execution in the main method. So here is a template for a simple Java program with a main method. And in Java, every open curly brace bracket must end with a matching closed brace bracket. And these are used to start and end class definitions and method definitions. So the print method is probably the first method you will learn in the AP CSA course, and Java has 2 methods to print outputs on the screen. There's system.out.println value, which prints out the value followed by a new line, and then there's system.out.printValue that prints the value without advancing to the next line. So the system.out.println hi there exclamation point will print out hi there exclamation point and then move the cursor to the next line. So in this program, the code in the black box will output the result in the purple box. The println there will shift the cursor to the new line after the word there is printed, so the exclamation point is in the next line. One very important thing that Java program has is it expresses a complete action such as assigning a value to a variable or printing string literals. It must end with a semicolon. Such a line is called a statement, and you could think of a semicolon in Java like a period in English. The same way you use a period to end a sentence in English, use a semicolon to end a statement in Java. A compiler translates Java code into a class file that could be run on your computer. Compiler or syntax errors are reported to you by the compiler if the Java code is not correctly written. Some things to check if you get a syntax error is the commas, semicolons, brackets, parentheses, and quotation marks. So, a variable is a name associated with the memory location in the computer, where it could store a value that can change or vary. There are 2 types, primitive types, like int, which is integer, boolean, which is true or false, or double, which is basically decimals. And there's reference types and string, is a reference type that we will be using a lot. And something to keep in mind is that reference variables are objects, and we'll go more in depth about this later in the series. So to declare a variable or to create a variable, you specify the type of the variable. In this case, int is the data type or the variable type. And then you name the variable, so in this case, the name is score, and then you use the assignment operator, the equal sign. So in Java, the equal sign does not mean you're comparing two values. It means you're assigning something to the variable. And then value is going to be 4. One thing to keep in mind is that the data type must always be equal to the value type as well. So if you do int score equals 4.0, that is incorrect. You would have to use a double because 4.0 is a decimal. But in this case, it's correct because 4 is an integer and the data type of the variable is an integer. So this is just another way to declare a variable. You could just declare the data type and the name and then set the value to the name later if you want.